Hello, dear students. Today we discuss on topic characteristics of DC motor drives. So the most important topics and today what is the performance and how we evaluate performance of DC drives. So today we take a separately excited DC motor and their torque speed characteristics. So we evaluate the performance on the basis of characteristics. So for understanding the characteristics of DC motor drives, so here you can see different types of characteristics are available for the understanding and performance of the DC drives. So here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the characteristics. On the basis of these characteristics, we evaluate the performance of DC motor as well as DC drives when a function of driver mechanical load. So you look here, first we have seen back EMF or armature voltage across the DC motor is versus armature current. So what is the impact of armature current on armature voltage? And second, flux phi, which is produced in stator magnetic field winding. Flux, what is the impact? Flux and armature current. And third, torque versus armature current. What is the impact? If you change armature current or torque, then what is the impact? And fourth, speed of the armature current. Speed versus armature current. If you increase or decrease the armature current, then what is the impact on the performance of flux, back EMF or armature voltage, torque produced by the DC motor, speed. Here, speed versus torque. These are the most important characteristics for the controlling of the DC drives. So for understanding the concept of DC drive operation, so some equations always keep in mind which are given below. These all equations is in my last lecture and video. So here we describe only equations, the relations between armature voltage and other parameters. That is the means here EA is the armature back EMF. This is related to K phi omega R and torque K phi IA, where K is the constant. Already we discussed in last lecture Kp all terms in P phi NZ upon 68. So here this is the armature voltage in terms of Vt minus IARA. This is the voltage term. So these are the most important relation for understanding the characteristics of DC motor. So here you look, we describe one by one characteristics. First you look for this characteristics here by the armature voltage versus armature current. So from this circuit diagram you can see this relation armature voltage induced across the armature winding is equal to the supply voltage, terminal voltage minus armature voltage torque. So this equation is come from by the application of KVL in this loop. So from this relation you can see here, and if I talk separately excited DC motor, here we talk separately excited or DC circuit. So in case of this motor, the flux, here we can see the flux produced by the stator or magnetic winding is directly proportional to the field current. So here, if this voltage is constant, so flux is constant. So for drawing the armature voltage and armature current characteristic by the help of this relation, when x-axis we take armature current in ampere and y-axis is this. So here you can see the variation of here. If armature current is 0, that is the terminal voltage Vt equal to maximum. That is the means here terminal voltage is full supply. But here when we increase the armature current, so the armature voltage equal to this drop across the armature winding is increased. So the output of this armature voltage will be reduced by the slope of Ra. So you can mathematically explain here y equal to mx plus c. So this is the slope Ra. If y value is 0, here 0, here, and here Ia equal to 0, so then what is the Vt? So Ia equal to 0, then Ea equal to Vt. Then armature voltage 0, that is the means Ia equal to Vt upon Ra. This is the maximum current, large amount of current. So at the starting time of the drive, speed is 0, so that is the back EMF is 0. So starting current IST equal to Vt upon Ra. It is the very large amount current flow in the winding of motor at the time of starting. So we take here starting method of the DC motor. So now come second characteristics, flux versus armature current. What is the impact of flux? So it is already clear from the circuit diagram. The flux produced by the separately or DC shunt motor does not depend on the armature current. So this is parallel with armature current. Is it clear? I hope this concept is clear. So now comes third characteristics. So here torque versus armature current. What is the impact if armature current increase or decrease? So here you can see by the relation of the torque T equal to K phi I, where K equal to ZP upon 2 pi A. This is the DC machine parameter. Z is the total number of conductors, P is the number of poles, and A is the number of parallel paths. Depends on types of windings, wave winding or left winding of the DC motor. So here you look by this relation. Torque is directly proportional to phi into Ia. But in case of DC shunt motor or separately excited DC motor, flux is constant. Flux is constant. So torque is directly proportional to Ia. So if we increase the armature current of the DC motor, so torque is linearly increased. So why the relation of mathematical equation y equal to mx? So the slope of this straight line equal to k to 5, where k1 equal to k5 in terms. So I hope this characteristics is clear with the help of these relations. So now come in fourth characteristics. So if we talk about DC shunt or separately excited, so always keep in mind flux is directly proportional to field current. If this terminal voltage, field voltage is constant, then flux is constant. So here we can see from this characteristics. So now come the relations. This is the basic relation of the armature voltage developed by the DC motor in terms of terminal supply voltage and armature voltage drop. And now from all the equations 1 to 5, the speed relation in terms of terminal voltage upon K5 minus RA upon K5 IA. So here you can see the speed of the DC motor, DC shunt motor or separately excited motor is effect on this armature. So here by mathematically you can see here y equal to C minus mx. C is the constant. Flux is constant, Vt is constant, K is constant. So C is the constant. And M Ra upon K5 here and x equal to Ia. If we represent omega r, speed is y-axis and this is x-axis, armature current. So with the help of this equation we can see if starting, that the time of starting speed is 0. If speed is 0, then back EMF is 0. So that from this relation armature current Ia equal to terminal voltage upon this is the highest. If y equal to x equal to 0, so C equal to y, C equal to y, here C equal to y, so omega r equal to Vt upon K. So this is also, if we increase the armature currents, then the speed is abruptly decrease. So here you can see the slope is in this method m equal to k5. This is the negative sign. This is the decreasing. So if we increase the armature current, then the speed is decreased. You can clear it. So now come in last characteristics. So in DC motor characteristics, here you can see all parameters are same things because we talk about DC shunt motor or separately excited. So flux is constant. So by the help of this relations, so now come the relation of speed and torque. But here you can see the field weakening. If current is increased, then flux, to the impact of flux. So now here you can see the relation of flux. Here you can see the I equal to T upon 5. So the constant torque drives. Phi is also changed. So with the help of this relation, the speed in RPM of the separately excited DC motor is changed with the If speed is change, if torque is change, torque is change. So here you can see this is the starting torque. If the condition, we take a two condition, x-axis 0, so that is the means x-axis 0. Here the y equal to 0. If talk about this point, so here y coordinate is 0. So y equal to 0, so c equal to mx. Yeah, m equal to the slope equal to x upon c. So here comparison with here this equation. What is the mx? Here t with x and omega r is related to pi. So c equal to vt upon k phi or m equal to ra upon k phi square. So here the starting torque required a maximum because of at the time of starting speed of the DC motor is 0. So starting torque is required for any drive, any operation of the DC motor is high. So when you come here, if torque is 0, then speed of DC motor is high. That is called omega r equal to Vt upon phi because of torque equal to 0. So put the value of t equal to 0. So now we calculate this is the constant speed Vt upon phi. If torque increase gradually by putting the mechanical load on the DC drive. So here your speed of the DC motor is decreases by the slope of Ra upon K phi. So if we change the slope Ra and K phi, then we change the speed decrement. So now I hope you clear all the characteristics about the DC shunt motor or separately excited motor. Similarly, if we talk about series motors, but in DC series motor, flux does not constant. Flux is directly proportional to armature current. So all performance are changed. So always keep in mind in case of DC series motor, starting torque is high. So that's the application of DC series motor in traction. Whenever we require high starting torque of the drives. Thank you very much. And next video we will describe the impact of resistance, armature resistance or flux on the speed torque curves. Thank you very much.